Shalom. Before I get started, I want to say, Lana Thana, Call Halayim La Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kodash, which means to give our praises to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, and His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, which is our Lord and Savior, and to the Holy Spirit. Nathan Masana Kabbalah Hazukarim, Shadas Allah, which means give the honors to the elders of Israel, which is the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who teach and will wear. Shalom wa ahab la habachaya Shadas Allah, which means peace and love to the elect of Israel. And come back again through the spirit power of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Vacha Kodash, on the brother Adnai from GMS Memphis camp. And the lesson gonna be real quick, pretty much how Esau came inside the plantation this morning, around 6:50 a.m. I'm on break, 10-minute break before I clock out around 7:30, work graveyard shift or whatever. But pretty much I was talking to Jake. To be honest, Jake was talking to me about some transmissions and mechanic shit like that, which my mind wasn't really on there. I was, focused on, trying to get off, in the next hour, with the next 30 minutes. So Esau came in, and was like, how y'all doing? Stuff like that, small talk, whatever. So, we said we doing all right, with the woo. Then, long story short, he just ended up saying, we gonna be dead before we know it. We gonna be dead before we know it. In my mind, I'm like, what the hell? Like, what made you say that? Like, what? Why you thinking like that? So he just walked away after he said that. So I was like, kind of confused about it. And I asked Jake. I said, hey, what did he just say? And he was like, man, I have no idea. I was on my phone, though, watching Eddie Murphy, So he was like, Jake lost. So Esau came back again, where we was at. And I asked him, like, hey, what you just said this morning? What you say this morning, like 5 minutes ago? I said, how y'all doing? I said, no. After that, you said before something, I tried to supplant. We said we gonna be doing something, before that. And it was like, I don't remember. So this lesson gonna be titled, we gonna be dead before we know it. Whether he said it or not, that's what I heard. So this lesson gonna be on that. And Esau gonna be dead before we know it. You Edomites, because the Lord coming back to destroy your kingdom, destroy your world, So this is the book of Psalms 37:28. Lord willing, this lesson be edifying to the elect. So this Psalm 37:28. For the Lord Yahweh loveth judgment and forsaketh not his saints. And who are the saints? The saints are the Israelites. They get Psalms 50 and 5. Gather my saints together unto me, those that have made a covenant with me by sacrifice, who made a covenant with the Lord by sacrifice, the Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Blacks, Hispanics, Latinos, and Native American Indians. And wherever the saints Israel is scattered to, due to the curses that may look like the other nations, but whose spirit goes back to Israelite. So we are the saints. So gather my saints to get unto me, those that have made a covenant with me by sacrifice. You can read that in Exodus, the 24th chapter. NOT, bring my faithful people to me, those who made a covenant with me by giving sacrifices. So the faithful people are the Israelites, and they start with the elect of the faithful. The elect is the faithful, because we know 2/3 therein gonna be cut off and die because they are not faithful. If you take the RFID implantable grain of rice, you're not considered faithful. So don't take it. If you take the RFID implantable grain of rice, the mark of the beast, you're gonna be destroyed by nuclear fire, man. But let's go back to Psalms 37 and 28. It said, for the Lord loveth judgment and forsaken not his saints. They are preserved forever, right? They are preserved forever. It said he would keep them safe forever. You keep something safe, they're going to save, salvation, really. It said they are preserved forever. But the seed of the wicked should be cut off, right? Who are the seed of the wicked? You Edomites. Y'all are going to be cut off forever, man. The scriptures say what? Y'all should perish like your own dung. Look at that in Job 20 and 4. It said, knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth, that the triumph of the wicked is short and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment, right? It's temporary. Remember the book of Revelation 20 chapter say that y'all should be loose for a little season. When I say y'all, I'm speaking to you devils. During the Renaissance period, the rebirth era, after the dark ages, and we in that little season now. And y'all season is about up. How we know? Because prophecy is speaking. At the end, it should not lie. Right? At the end, it should speak and not tell. Habakkuk 2, let me get it. Habakkuk 2 and 3, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end, it should speak and not lie. Right? At the end, it should speak and not lie. What's speaking? These words, these prophecy here, man. It said, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry, right? It will not tarry, it will not be delayed. So these visions ultimately go into prophecy. That vision going to chasawan. In the Hebrew, going to prophecy, divine communication is for what? For a appointed time. You see, NLT, this vision is for a future time. And what's the main vision? What's the main prophecy? The RFID, implantable grain of rice. Revelation 13 and 16. And then what it describes the end, right? We living at the end. And it will be fulfilled, right? It's going to be fulfilled. If it seems slow in coming, wait patiently for it. It will surely take place. It will not be delayed, right? Then should it be known a prophet had been among you, as it says Ezekiel 33 and 33. So this prophecy, especially the RFID implantable grain of rice, right? But going back to Job 20 and 4, I read 4 again. Knowest thou not this of old, since man will place upon earth, that the triumph of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment, right? It's temporary. And the Lord said, what? The fashion of this world passed away. This life is temporary, man. Everything that you see now is temporary, man. So we gonna be dead before we know it. You speaking, hey, you talking about your damn self, man. Because the Israelites are gonna be kept safe, gonna be kept alive forever, man. You see, we are the. Let's go back to that Psalms 37. It's like it. Going to Saints. Chasad, Yad. It said what? Faithful, kind, godly, holy one, saint, pious, right? We are the holy one, man. What make us holy? What? The law, statutes, the commandments. That's the sacrifice, the covenant, man. You see, kind, pious, godly, faithful ones. So we are the faithful ones, the saints. Starting with the elect. It's all about the elect, right? It's only about the elect. The Lord coming back to save the elect, the faithful ones. And he gonna destroy the rest, of his own people, man. That's according to prophecy, man. I just want to bring that out, So let's go back to Job real quick. It said that the triumph of the wicked is short and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. Though his excellency mount up to the heavens and his head reach unto the clouds, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. Right? What is dung? Shit. You take a shit, you flush it. You don't think about that shit no more. That's how Esau Edom going to be in the kingdom of heaven after he suffered 1,000 years of captivity, man. You see? So we going to be dead before we know it. Right? You right. This world going to be gone before we know it in a blink of an eye. Especially if you're not watching, the Lord going to come upon you as a thief when you least expect it. But for us that are watching, we know that the Lord is coming back to destroy this place, man, by nuclear fire, man. You see? So yeah, he should perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him should say, where is he? Wait, where that nigga E at? The nigga that put plaster everywhere, that sprayed chemtrails up in the air. You see GMO food, seedless watermelon. Where that nigga at, man? On March of the Creeds. Make nigga with masks and take the fadeaway jump shot. Where he at, man? They were riding on the beast. They whore. Where that nigga at, right? He should fly away. It's a dream. He should not be found, right? Just like a bad dream, a nightmare. That's how it's going to be in the kingdom of heaven, He should fly away. He should fly away. It's a dream and should not be found. Yeah, he should be chased away. It's a vision of the night. NLT, that will fade like a dream and not be found. They will vanish like a vision of the night, man. You see? It said, the eye also which saw him should see him no more, neither shall his place any more behold him. So, those who once saw them, so this speaking about a specific group of people, they're going to pass away. They're going to fly away as a dream. That's being the children of the wicked, Esau, Edom, the Edomites, man. You so-called white people. He said those who once saw them will see them no more. Their families will never see them again. Why? Your families, man. The scriptures say that. Rise up on Northfield, the cities with nephews, roughly paraphrasing. Lord, when I get that, Hey, let's jump to Job 18 and 5. It said, yeah, the light of the wicked should be put out, and the spark of his fire should not shine. The light should be dark in the tabernacle, and his candles should be put out with him. So Esau, Edom, you done. You was only here to for a little season. That's it. The scriptures say you should not on Job 14 and 5, seeing his days are determined, the number of his month are with thee, that has appointed his bounds, that he cannot pass. Wait, what it say? Not not giving a minute longer, man. Not a second over, So once the Lord come back, it's over with, man. It's over with, man. You see? So let's go back to Job 18, jump down to 15. It said, it shall dwell in his tabernacle because it is not of his. Brimstone should be scattered upon his habitation, right? Fire and brimstone. Nuclear fire upon Babylon the Great, aka America, man. You see, it said his roots should be dried up beneath, and above should his branch be cut off. His remembrance should perish from the earth, and he should have no name in the street in this way in the future, right? He should be driven from light into darkness and chased out of the world. So we're going to be dead before we know it. No, you're going to be dead before we know it, He said all memory, in NLT, Job 18 and 17, NLT, all memory of their existence will fade from the earth. No one will remember their names. There will be thirst from light into darkness, driven from the world. So Esau Edom about to be put out his misery, Which that nigga love wickedness. I don't know about that, but he gonna be put out. Lord about to come back and destroy him, man. And it's just crazy. I'm still trying to think what made him say that. We're gonna be dead before we know it. That's a crazy ass saying right there. Early in the morning, talking about 6:50 a.m. So that's just crazy, man. But let's get to Isaiah 14 and 22. Let's start 21. Prepare slaughter for the children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land, nor fear the face of the world with cities right in just in the kingdom of heaven. He said, prepare slaughter for the children. You see? Which this speaking about what? A reincarnation. You are your forefathers coming back. It said, kill this man's children, let them die because of their father's sins. They must not rise and conquer the earth. Right? Look what he did to the earth, man. The Lord said he's going to destroy them, which destroy the earth. Let me get that in Revelations. This nigga can't be, come on, man. Revelation 18. I know it's 8. Is it 18? No, it's 12 and 18. Let me see something. Ain't no 18. Revelation 11 and 18. It's like it. Revelation 11 and 18. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come in the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give a war unto thy servants the prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth. Right? The earth is destroyed. The earth is given to the hand of the wicked. So the Most High gonna destroy the wicked. Cause they destroying the earth. Look at this earth, man. Look at it. It's through. The earth need new management, man. That's why the scripture saying Proverbs 29:2, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. That's what you're seeing today. Everybody's mourning because why? The wicked is in rulership, the so-called white man, you know? So right, Isaiah 14:21, one more time. Prepare slaughter for their children, for the iniquity of their fathers. And this is what the Lord said, man. That they do not rise nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. For I will rise up against them, said the Lord of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name and remnant, and son and nephew, said the Lord. Right? Because it take man, the seed, the spawn to bring back, family, So the Lord said, what, we're going to cut them off. We're going to cut every last one of you Edomites off, man. And that's according to what? The book of Esau. It's like the book of Obadiah, 1:18. It said, in the house of Jacob should be a fire, in the house of Joseph a flame, in the house of Esau for stubble. And this future prophecy right here, man. You see? And there should kindle in them, right? And devour them, and there should not be any remaining of the house of Esau. For the Lord has spoken it, right? The Lord said it, man. You see? There will be no survivals in Edom, And that's plain, man. Esau, you're going to be done away with. You're not going to come back. You see? You're not going to come back, man. After you serve your captivity, man. You can't save an Edomite. See, our people, the 2/3, they want to save an Edomite, man. For what? That's why the scripture say, hand join the hand, the wicked shall not go unpunished. You're going to be destroyed with them. But this just came to my spirit, 2 Ezra 6, maybe 7. But let me see some. Let me see some. Let me try 7. Yep, 2 Ezra 7 and 45. Man, I start 43. But the day of doom shall be the end of this time, and the beginning of the immortality for to come, when corruption is past, right? Because what's the day of doom? Esau destruction. And what's the beginning of immortality? Jacob ruling. 2 Ezra 6 and 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it, man. You see? So the day of doom is fastly approaching, man. Which is what the Lord come back to destroy the wicked. Destroy Babylon the Great, aka America, by fire, them chariots, And temperance is at the end, and fidelity is cut off, righteousness is grown, and truth is sprung up. Then 45, 2 Ezra 7:45. Then shall no man be able to save him that is destroyed. Why, you black women, right? You niggas, you coons. You're not gonna be able to save an Edomite, man, after he is destroyed, man. Nor to oppress him that had gotten the victory, right? We're not gonna be oppressed anymore, man, in the kingdom of heaven. You see, this is our last time being a slave. You see, and that's plain. Let's go to Numbers. I'm ending right here. Cause niggas said we gonna be dead before we know it. You right. This to the elect, for the elect. Cause time speeding up right for the elect sake, man. So you are gonna be dead before we know it, in the blink of an eye. You see? Numbers 24 and 20. And we look in this Balaam, let's read 14. I'm gonna jump down. Numbers 24 and 14. And now, behold, I go unto my people. Come therefore, and I will advertise thee what this people should do to thy people in the latter days. And now I am returning to my own people. But first, let me tell you what the Israelites will do to your people in the future. And this is what in the law. The Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Blacks, Hispanics, Latinos, and Native Americans. This what in the future. So this is a message prophesying to the Moabite king, told him his judgment. But to hell with Moab, you so-called Chinese people, man, y'all gonna be a slave. Y'all gonna right into captivity with Esau Edom, man. All you heathens, man. Every last one of y'all, man. What Jeremiah 30 and 16. But for Esau, Numbers 24:18. I start here. And Edom should be a possession, and Seir also should be a possession for his enemies. And it's like in Israel should do violently. Out of Jacob should come he that should have dominion, and should destroy him that remain of the city. Right. And when he look on Amalek, and Amalek is what Ulid has. you Ish people, right? 1948ers, right? And Amalek, he took up his parable and said Amalek was the foes of the nations, right? You can't talk against them. You're speaking against the little heads that demonize you, right? Look what they did to Kyrie. Look what they did to Ye, right? So that was the foes of the nations. Look what America sent 900 billion, right? To them niggas, man. It said Amalek was the foes of the nations, but his latter end should be that he perished forever, right? Amalek was the greatest of the nations, but his destiny is destruction, right? His destiny, his future is what? Destruction. So, right, Esau, Edom, you are going to be dead before we know it, you know? So, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying to the elect. Once again, give our praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem, V'cha Kodash, the bonus to the apostles and elders of great wisdom, who teach and will wear peace and love to the elect. With that, Shalom, Kwamash Allah Wababa.